Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. And you know what, in any dairy production plant, milk is received by nearby villages or nearby places. And at our home, if you are not using packet milk, then most probably you are buying the milk from nearby cowshed vendors. And each day, after receiving the milk, you may be curious to know the quality of the milk. See, you are buying 1 or 2 liters of milk each day and you are very curious to know the quality of the milk because we have to consume that milk, right? Like that, in the production plant, tons and tons of milk is received each and every single day. And if the quality of the milk is not up to mark, then it will affect not only the milk production, it will affect the overall dairy product. So it is very important to check the quality of the milk which is received in the dairy production plant. And how they are doing that, how they are testing the milk, how they are checking the quality of the milk, let's find out in this video. So hello guys, my name is Shreyans. I'm a third year student of BTech Food Technology, and if you end up liking this video and finding it informative, then make sure to hit the subscribe button, press the bell icon for the future updates. Okay, so the very first test is organoleptic test. Second test is clot on boiling test. Third test is alcohol coagulation test, and the fourth test is alcohol alizarin test. Fifth test is lactometer test. So these are the basic tests to check the quality of the milk. A lot of tests, right? So the problem here is how to remember all these tests, because randomly if someone asks to you that, okay, tell me about this test or tell me about that test, then you may get confused. See, learning is important, but what I believe, whatever you learned, if those concepts remain with you, then that is even more important. That's why in this video, I'm not gonna tell you only and only about the processes. I'm not going to tell you only the procedure. You may find those things easily in lab manuals or on internet. In detail, in brief, what I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tell you the trick, or you may say the pattern, to remember or to recall these tests at the crucial time like interview. So starting with the first test, organoleptic test. Here, organ is involved, sense organ is involved to be specific, and the milk quality is checked with the help of sense organ by seeing, by smelling, by testing in some case. Milk grader will check the quality of the milk. This test rapidly detects the poor quality of milk at the time of collection point, and here milk grader is required to have good sense of sight, smell and taste. But the question is how to recall about this test. Organoleptic organ is involved, obviously sense organ is involved by seeing, by smelling, by tasting in some cases. The grader will check the quality of the milk. Okay, so the next test is clot on boiling test. See, here it is very clear with the heading, clot on boiling test. That is, something will clot on boiling. And what will clot? We are not talking about water, we are not talking about beverages here, we are talking about milk. We have to boil milk, then the quality of that milk is not up to mark and that milk will be disqualified. And how we will conduct this experiment? We have to take the sample, obviously, of milk. And where we have to take the sample? Not in the bucket, not in the jug, not in the mug, because this is a laboratory test. We have to take the sample in the test tube or in the beaker. Nothing to remember, right? Here test tube is more preferable because beaker is used generally for mixing purposes or measuring purposes. That's why test tube is more preferable. For boiling purpose, we may use Bunsen burner or spirit lamp. Now, by boiling the sample of milk, if the milk will clot, then that milk is having acid producing bacteria and that milk will be rejected. Okay, so what you have to remember? Only the heading, clot on boiling test, and after that you may be able to recall what exactly this test is all about. Now the third test is alcohol coagulation test. Again we have to remember the heading, alcohol coagulation test. That is, we are using alcohol, ethanol to be specific, and if the milk sample will coagulate, then the quality of the milk is not up to mark. What we have to do? We have to take the sample of milk, and where we have to take the sample of milk? Obviously in the test tube. Every test is relatable to one another, so you have to remember only one and relate all other tests. And by the heading it is confirmed that we have to add alcohol. Here we are using ethanol, and after the addition of the ethanol, if the milk clot, coagulate or maybe precipitate, then the sample of the milk will be disqualified. Now the next test is alcohol alizarin test. This test is same as alcohol test. Here alizarin is used, which is a pH indicator, that's it. If the pH is neutral, then the milk is normal and the color is red brown, and if the pH is above 7, then the milk is alkaline and the color is lilac, and if the pH is less than 6.3, then the milk is acidic and the color is yellowish. And what we have to remember, the milk will coagulate only in the case of acidic milk, only when the pH is less than 6.3. Only in one case the milk will coagulate. Here we have to remember these basic things. This test is more effective because it is including coagulation as well as the intensity of acidity. Now the last test is lactometer test, which is used to determine the density of the milk. Here in this test, lactometer is used. Here if the milk is normal, then the lactometer reading is in between 26 to 32, I guess. If it is below 26, then the quality of the milk is not good. And if it is above 32, then again the milk will be rejected. So these are the tests. And at last, I just want to add one more thing, that concentration is very important, which means if you are using alcohol, then how much we are using, what is the concentration. See, the concentration is not fixed. It's totally depend upon the concentration of the sample that you are taking into consideration. In the case of milk, if you are taking 2 ml of milk in the test tube, then we have to take the concentration of ethanol 2 ml. But if we are taking 20 ml or 40 ml of milk in the test tube, then definitely we do not have to take 2 ml of ethanol. The concentration of ethanol will also increase. That's why I am saying the concentration depends upon the amount of sample that we are taking into consideration. So I am hoping that these tests are clear. If yes, make sure to like this video. And if you are having some confusion, then make sure to watch this video once again. Thanks for watching this video. See you soon in my next video. Take care, guys. Bye.